So we're back here about BS Network here. This is the start of part 2 today. So we still have a lot of things to talk about. We still have LeBron James to talk about. NHL, their AllStar Game. Eagles offense versus Patriots offense. Nets, Knicks, and Rangers. So yeah, that's what we got still to come here on part 2. Part 1 now is going up as we speak, like you all hear me say that. So first we're gonna get into LeBron James here. And there's all those rumors of him, leaving the Cavs by the end of this year. There's all those rumors about that. He is supposed to be, I think, a free agent. Either that or he is he's allowed to leave after the end of this year. I think he's tired of the Cavs. I don't know if he will leave. But I don't really think he will leave. Now, I think at this moment, right now, January 29th, right now, this exact moment, I think that he is kind of getting a little bit tired of this nonsense with the Cavs. But, this is the whole problem. The Cavs, when they start losing, this is with any good team. And this is why, to me, good teams aren't always the way to be. Because, to tell you the truth, you could be an amazing team. And then when you start to lose, you lose your mind. Cavs right now are losing their minds. They don't know that this is going on, but they are about to trade one of the best basketball players in the NBA. They're losing their minds right now. Now, there is a chance that he leaves next year. I can see that happening, but I don't see them trading him. So if you get what I'm trying to say here, I don't see him getting traded next year by them. I see him, if anything, if he's gonna go away from the team, he'll leave it himself. I don't see them trading him. I think that would just be a dumb decision. This is the problem, and I'm going to go back to what I was just saying. This is the problem about teams that win. It's because when they start to lose, they don't know what they're doing. And they lose their minds, and everybody sees it right now with the Cavs. Everybody does. Everybody sees it with the Cavs. They're starting to lose their minds a little bit. People are starting to be like, all right, this is actually getting a little ridiculous. You're about to trade one of our best players away for who knows whatever player. Just a few days ago, it was all of a sudden Kevin Love's fault. Now it's all of a sudden LeBron James' fault. See how much that can turn? With teams like the Brooklyn Nets, when they lose, they're used to losing. Winning teams are good, but when you start to lose your mind. And right now, the Cavs are losing their mind. There's rumors that Tyronn Lue is gone, Isaiah Thomas is gone, Kevin Love's gone, LeBron James is now all of a sudden gone. Just a few days ago, Kevin Love and Isaiah Thomas were trying to make back up, trying to meet back up on Twitter, trying to get back together. And now that's LeBron James' fault. A player who in his last game, I think, had 25 points. I don't know. This is a true sign of the Cavs right now just being cuckoo. Because the Cavs right now are not whatsoever doing well. They're struggling. They absolutely are struggling. They're just, not just they're struggling. They're just, right now, they're just losing a lot of games. They're starting, I think, as a team. I think if you ask some of the players on the team, they're starting to get a little tired of it, too. They're starting to lose. They're starting to, everybody, and a lot of Cavs fans here are getting worried. And I would be worried if I was a Cavs fans, too. Because now, all of a sudden, you might trade LeBron James. You might trade Kevin Love. And now this team's going to be a bunch of doo-doo. Now, if LeBron James leaves the Cavs, where will he go? Seriously, where will he go? Personally, I don't know where he will go. This would never happen, but just imagine if LeBron James goes to the Cavs. I mean, not the Cavs. Just imagine if he goes to the Warriors. That would be crazy. That Warriors team would be absolutely amazing. I mean, they would go undefeated. You could put Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James on the same team. You could put them three in your starting lineup. You can leave two other players out. They'll still find ways to win games. Seriously, though, where will LeBron James go after this year? I want to see LeBron James go someplace else. There was all these rumors there for a second that he was going to the Lakers, and I do not think that's going to happen. I don't think LeBron wants to go to the Lakers. Just imagine if he goes to the Lakers with Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball there. Oh my goodness, I can just imagine. I think I can just imagine them two turning into oil and water. LeBron and Lonzo and LeVar and the whole Ball family and the whole James family. I can just imagine them turning into oil and water. I don't know where he would end up. I'm sure he'll get picked up. I know he'll get picked up. Everybody knows he'll get picked up. Why would you not want it? When you get a chance, anytime you can get a chance to pick up LeBron, I think you've got to take an advantage, even if you have a very, very, even if you have a very, very good power forward / small forward. He plays both there. Even if you have that. Still, LeBron James is pretty much one of the best in the league right now. There's all this talk about who's better, KD or Kevin Durant. I mean, not KD or LeBron James. What am I saying? KD is Kevin Durant. KD or LeBron James. There's all this talk about who's better there. That talk's kind of gone down. I never really talked about it because I think it was just a little ridiculous. They're both really good. Personally, I think they're both the same amount of skill. They both can play defense. They both can play offense. They both can shoot. They both can reject. They can do everything, both of them. So I really did not really talk about that. But, let's listen to LeBron James' stats. His stats against the Pistons last night. He had 38 minutes, 25 points, 8 of 15 on field goals, 1 of 4 on three-pointers. 3-pointers, yep. 8 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks. So, from what the looks of it, he had a pretty good day. He's averaging 26.8 points a game. His average has gone down just a little bit. His average, I think there at a time was like 29 or something, and it started to gone down, but still though, better than some players in the MLB. Still really, in the NBA, not the MLB, NBA, still really, really good. Average there. Let me run through his regular season stats. He's averaging 37 minutes, 26.8 points per game, 51.1 field goal percentage, 35.7 3-point percentage. That field goal percentage, 55.1. I mean, that's amazing. That is crazy. You do not see a lot of players these days do that. You never do. You do not see that. That's just unhuman. That is straight up unhuman when you see that. 7.9 rebounds, 8.8 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1.1 blocks. He's kind of averaging a double-double, kind of not. The 8.8 assists usually means you're averaging around there, but it doesn't always mean that. So, really, you're probably averaging like 6-7 assists a game. He had a triple-double on the 26th against the Patriots, 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. Everybody thinks that he is a little scared to shoot as he's getting older. I've noticed that he's not taking too many shots anymore. He's more taking, he'll fake a 3, he'll drive to the net, or he'll fake a 3 and he'll pass it to somebody. He's not really shooting 3-pointers. Everybody thinks, and I've seen it, I don't think he's scared to shoot anymore. A guy who's putting up 25, 27 points per game, I don't think is really scared to shoot. But there was a game there where he was 0 for 2 on 3-pointers, 0 for 1. He still had 26 points. That was against the Raptors. There was time, he has not taken that many 3-pointers that much anymore, but still, good enough to reach 30,000 points. Youngest player ever to do it. He has a huge accomplishment, especially after that. And there's all this talk. The game that he posted to himself, the Twitter thing, posted to himself about him accomplishing the 30,000 points. The day that he did it, and the day before he even really got it, he ended up getting 28 points that game. 28 points. What was he going to needed to get? 7. This is why everybody here thinks that he was dumb to do that, but I don't really agree. I think he's a very, very good player. And this is just something. Let's just say the Cavs and Warriors go up against each other. He had 32 points against the Warriors when they played against each other. He had 32 points against them. So he is pretty good at getting a high amount of points per game. But I really like LeBron James. I think he's really good. I don't see why they should trade him. I see why they should keep him. But he's been playing since 2003, like you all know. He's played with Cavs most of his career. So yeah. So the guy. Now let's run through his career stats. He has 1,109 games played, 38.8 minutes, 27.1 points he's averaging, which is really good. And then 50.3 field goal percentage, which is really good for a career. You can keep that steady paced up for a career. That's very good. For 34.2 3-point percentage, 7.3 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.6 steals, and 0.8 blocks. Now, I don't get this. Every player in the NBA, it doesn't seem like they're averaging a lot of blocks or steals. I just noticed that. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I just noticed that. Everybody, when he was coming into the league, everybody knew he was going to be a complete stud because he came into the league right out of St. Vincent's high school. He came right out of there. He played there at St. Vincent, and he didn't even go to college. He never went to college. He was just very good. A guy from Akron, Ohio. So let's just run through this. So he never went there. He never went to college. He was very good. That's how much. So everybody knew when he was going to the league he would be good. So let me just run through this. His birthday is December 30th. He's 33 years old. So you're saying he at least has 7 years left until he's 40. So you're technically saying here that I personally think you're saying that he has 5-6 more years left. So let's just say he leaves the Cavs at the end of this year. He would probably sign with a team. Would he sign with a team for 5 years? This is the thing that you have to think to yourself. If he leaves the Cavs, and then he has 5-6 years left, and he wastes those 5-6 years playing for like a 4-year team, and then he ends up going to play for a team only for 1 year, and he does awful. This is the thing. This is why you have to plan out your rest of your career. Because if you're going to play with a team for 4 years, then be like, and then play 1 more year with a team and you don't do that good, that's not one way you want to end your career. So he's just thinking, maybe 34, 35, let's just say he plays with the Cavs. I don't see that happening. For 2 more years, then he'll go find a team that he can play for like 4 years. That would be okay. This is the one thing that which is hard. And when you get older and older, it's tougher and tougher to make decisions to try to think, where am I going to go? Will I go to this team, or I go to that team, da-da-da-da-da? Because when you go to a team, you never know how you'll do. So, that's really just something. And you don't want to end your career on a sloppy season or on a sloppy team where you do nothing. I know this, and everybody's seen this. LeBron, he's amazing. He'll go to the worst team in the NBA, and he'll make them be a decent team. He's amazing. And, you don't even have to build around him. It could be him, and he just brings a spark of energy to every team. I bet you, if he could have played with every NBA team in the whole entire league, he would have at least won a championship with all of them. I bet you. So, very good player. I don't know. I really do not know if the Cavs will make it this year. With all this frustration now that's boiling with them, I don't really know if we'll make it to the Cavs or not. If the Cavs will make it to the NBA Finals, I don't know. There's a possibility. But, yeah, we'll see what happens here, really. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the NHL AllStar Game. Run down that all when we come back on the BSN Network. So we are back here on the BS Network. So we move on to the NHL All-Star Games. Next up, we got the Eagles versus the Patriots. So yesterday, Pacific won. Each player will get $91,000 out of that $1 million that the team shares. Pacific won it all yesterday. Pacific played Central first game, won 5-2. Metropolitan lost 7-4 against the All-Stars in the Atlantic. And Pacific won against the Atlantic All-Stars 5-2. I really think here that the Metropolitan Division made a big mistake. And I'm not saying he's bad, but Braden Holtby, guy for the Capitals, he let up. Lundqvist went out of there with only allowed 2 goals. He ended up letting up 5 more. And if you saw that shot to make the hat trick for the one player, Braden Holtby allowed him to do it. I understand it's the All-Star Game and everything. I totally understand that. But, I mean, come on. Be real here. I mean, you are in a chance for $1 million. You are in a chance. You do have a chance for that. And all of a sudden, he allowed him. You saw his legs. His leg was just closed. He opened it, and he closed him again, and the puck was already behind. This is the thing. This is exactly why some of these times, All-Star Games, Pro Bowls, whatever you want to call it, sometimes to watch, it's not like watching a real game. Because the players have fun. Yes, I love to see it. I really do. Especially in hockey and the sports that you're, like, in football. Because baseball, you're not really tackling, you're not hitting, and you're not getting in fights. Now, there are rivals, and you do hate some people in baseball. But, especially to see in the NHL, players come together. Especially like Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, and Henrik Lundqvist all come together to play on a team. With Henrik Lundqvist and Sidney Crosby, Henrik Lundqvist, and Ovechkin, they all hate each other since they're all rivals. It just comes together. But, sometimes I really feel like they have to try. Last year, I think the NBA score for the All-Star Game was 192 to 186, I think it was, in favor of the East All-Stars. I think LeBron James' team, I think. Not too sure. But yes, it gets to the point sometimes where I say to myself, you gotta try at least. And I know all these players don't want to get injured, and everybody's like this. It's almost like Tom Brady never makes it to the All-Star Game. I mean, he always makes it to the Pro Bowl. He just never plays. And I understand. Players do not want to get injured. Players really do not. I trust me, I totally understand. I would never want to get injured either. Players do not want to get injured. They want to be healthy for a regular season game that actually counts. Now, winning $1 million is pretty nice, but would you rather be healthy and win more money, get more money, and holding up the Stanley Cup trophy? I'm sure you would. So, obviously this is big. This was a big thing. Pacific won. I was cheering for Metropolitan since I'm a Rangers fan and I got to see Henrik Lundqvist in it. Henrik did well. I just don't know why they put in Holtby at the end. Henrik actually did well in the skills competition too. Skills competition was fun to watch. Everything, even in the NFL and NHL, is a good all-star weekend, and obviously NHL too. It's fun to watch these guys because they hate each other, especially in the NFL. And baseball's a little different because baseball's a little different of a sport. They don't hate the teams do hate each other, but nothing like punching, fighting, kicking, things like that. You don't really do that in these sports too, but you get the point, hopefully, right? So yeah, Pacific won. Congrats to Pacific. They won 5-2. Point spread for Pacific was 3-1. They were winning at the end, and then 5-1, and then 2-1 in the second. Results of a 5-2 victory. I don't think I saw the final game. I think I was eating dinner or doing something at that time. I didn't see the final game, but I saw highlights, and from what I saw, there was some pretty good passes. And this is another thing. These games also show off all these players' talents. They all have special talents. They all have really good things to them. This is what I love too, because you don't usually see all the time like that. You don't only see all the talent like that all the time. It was pretty cool to see all the players' talents. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what I got for the NHL All-Star Game. When we come back, we're going to talk about Eagles O versus Patriots O. When we come back on the BSN Network. So we're back here on the BSN Network. Now we're going to run through the Eagles O versus the Patriots O. Today we're going to obviously following up to the Super Bowl. We're going to run through all the teams, things, strengths, weaknesses, whoever. And every week I'm going to pick who has the stronger side of this thingy. And by the end, I think whoever's leading is who I will pick. Well, no, not really, but... So these are, by the end of the week, I'll tell you who has more of the advantages. So this one's actually tough. Both of these teams are very good in offensive side of things. Eagles have a very good team. Offense, I'm just interested to see how Nick Foles does. And even if Carson Wentz never got injured, it would have been still a new playoff experience. It would have been almost like having a new player in playoff experience. It's just Carson Wentz was the one who led him to the Super Bowl. I'm going to run through points, yards, passing yards, rushing yards, and I'm going to tell you what rank they are for the league. And then I'm going to tell you who I really think has a little bit of the advantage. Eagles, we all know, have a great defense, great offense, and so do the Patriots. They have an alright defense, great offense. That's how you get there. Defense wins championships. Patriots do not have a great defense. They really do not. Patriots do not have a good defense at all. They have a awful defense. I really think what people think, why people think, and what it seems to be like is why it looks like their defense is so good is because they gain momentum off of their offense. And that's really what I think. That's what it's all about. So we're going to run through offenses, both of these teams, and we're going to really see who has the more of the advantage. So if we're going to run through Eagles, we all know have a great team there. I really hoping they win because as a Jets fan, I cannot stand the Patriots. Any true Jets fan should not be cheering for the Patriots here. Any true Giants fan might be wanting to cheer for the Patriots. You don't have to. You could cheer for the Eagles. More the Giants rivals are the Eagles. Kind of more are the Cowboys too. Cowboys are the most hated NFL team in the. Fun fact: they are the most hated NFL team. I'll tell you why. It's because they call themselves America's team. That's why they're most hated NFL team. Which I really don't get why. Because they're not America's team. They're Dallas's team, but they're not America's team. I don't get it. So they're first in the NFC East, we all know. Very good team. This team, who would have ever predicted, though? At the beginning of this year, it would have been the Eagles, Patriots. I can see people predicting the Patriots, but not the Eagles. It was really, the NFC this year was the NFC was all weird. Just imagine if we saw an Eagles-Jaguars Super Bowl, though. That really would have been real nice if we saw an Eagles-Jaguars Super Bowl. I probably would have went for the Jaguars then there in that moment, because I'm not a big Eagles fan, but hate the Patriots more. So let's get through this. Let's do this. But Eagles offense first. Eagles are averaging 28.6 points a game. That's the same as the Patriots. They're ranked 30. Eagles, Patriots are ranked second. I don't know why it's like that, whoever's ranked first, but I'm going to count that as both tied. I don't know. It's kind of hard. Yards, 365.8, they're 7th in the league. Pass yards, 233.6, they're 13th in the league. And rush yards, 132.2, they're 3rd in the league. Obviously here, 3rd, 7th, 13th, 3rd. It's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. It's obviously good enough to take them to a Super Bowl. Their defense this year has been one of their bigger strengths on the team. Obviously, a lot of people, I think, noticed that. It's kind of the opposite because the Patriots have a very good offense and their defense is horrible, but the Eagles have an offense that's good, but their defense is really good. Which kind of gives the Eagles a little bit of an advantage here. I don't know. I'm kind of a little concerned with those pass yards. Those pass yards aren't the best. Obviously, you look at the ranking before you even read the pass yards. Once you know you're 13th, you're pretty bad. Regular yards, it's pretty good. 7th, not the best, but still, I say the points and the rush yards are really the best. Obviously, the Eagles this year have very good rushing yards. Very good rushing game. It's funny, LeGarrette Blount. I bet you LeGarrette Blount at the beginning of this year, no one expected him. Bet you he didn't even expect him to be playing against his old team in the Super Bowl. That's just pretty crazy. I'm sure when he got traded, he was like, ugh, I'm leaving the Patriots. Oh no. But that's why you never know what's going to happen this season. Hey, you never know. Next year the Browns might win it all. No, I'm joking. Browns will win it all. So from the looks of it, they're good. I think they're a very good team. It's the thing, though. Even if they did have Carson Wentz in the Super Bowl, he still does not have Super Bowl experience. So does Nick Foles. Both of them don't. Just something to put out there. Not saying Carson Wentz wouldn't have done well, but you're kind of having two unexperienced players, no matter what. So now we move to the New England Patriots. New England Patriots are a much more experienced team, much more older team, which makes them have a little bit of an advantage here, which is not good. As Jets fans, you should not be cheering for the Patriots. If you're a true Jets fan, you shouldn't be. Everybody hates the Patriots, though. I'm surprised. Patriots are the most hated team, but they're the most liked team. They're combined 50-50. So let's go to the New England Patriots. They're a very good team. Obviously, you can't take anything away from them. They're that close, though, to losing against the Jaguars, and I really hope the Eagles have noticed. Jaguars and the Falcons have lost by doing what they did, by running the football way too much at the end there. Patriots do have a great offense. Their points averaging 28.6 points a game. That's second. Yards 394.2. That's first. Pass yards 276.1. Second. Are you surprised? They have a great QB. And 10th is 118.1 rush yards. So not too happy. But you obviously see here the advantage has to go to the Patriots a little bit on the ranking side of things and a little bit on the stat side of things. Patriots obviously have a great offense. You can't take any away from them. Their offense is amazing. They got some great passing threats too. Gronk being one of them. By the way, Gronk is back. Everybody thought Gronk wouldn't play. In the NFL, concussion, you're out for a week and then you're back in. So he'll be back in time. So yeah, I'm really interested to see if Tom Brady really wins the MVP. Because I don't think this was really one of his best years. I really think he's had better years than this. So obviously, out of the two, I have to go with the New England Patriots. It kills me to say that, but they do have I can't just say who I want to say, but they do have better stats. I have to give you the real stuff. I can't just say who I want to say. So yeah, I gotta go with the Patriots here. They have better stats, better ranks. Their offense is just a teensy bit better. I'm sure tomorrow we're gonna be doing the defense. I'm sure Eagles might come out on top. Big Fletcher Cox in there in the middle of that. So I'm sure we'll see that tomorrow. But anyway, so when we come back, we'll wrap up the show here. We'll do Nets, Knicks, and Rangers. Since Knicks play tomorrow. Yeah, they all play tomorrow. The Nets, Knicks play tomorrow, so I'll just read through all that tomorrow. So when we come back, we are going to wrap it up here from the BSN Network. So we're back here by the BSN Network. So I hope you enjoyed today's pod. That's it. I run through everything that I wanted to run through. I'll talk about Nets, Knicks, and Rangers tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I got. By the way, tomorrow I do not have only a part 1. Tomorrow I have a part 2 as well. Since my practice tomorrow got canceled. So I have a part 2 as well tomorrow. So looking forward to that. I don't know when my practice is coming back. I think from what my coach said, I think it's coming back on Friday. So either way, I don't post on Friday until, obviously you get it now. By now, so yeah. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.